Hi there, Capricorn, and welcome to my channel. Firstly, I'd just like to let everybody know that, leave a comment because we will be offering a free personal reading to somebody who's commented on one of my videos when I do hit 100 subscribers. Obviously, a brand new channel there, so aiming to at least hit that first 100 sometime soon. But yeah, so make sure you leave a comment and obviously subscribe so you can keep updated when that comes around. But today we're just doing a singles read, so sort of wanting to focus on what's coming in the near future. I will be checking in with the past energies as well, but yeah, really wanting to sort of focus on the future there. Now, I do have the Paper Oracle deck with me today, as well as the Reynas do Fogo Fire Queens deck there, and the Island Time Wellness Oracles as well. But firstly, we'll just check in and see what sort of energy Capricorns are in at the moment when it comes to love and romance. So Capricorn, love and romance. And we'll just quickly grab just a general past, present, future, just to sort of see what energies we're coming from and moving into. And I will be clarifying those ones there as well. But with the current energy that we are in at the moment, Capricorn, we're seeing the mouse and the tree energy. So the tree really does focus on, self-growth, those sorts of things, a bit of knowledge about yourself, knowledge about the way that things have happened, and working through those. With the mice, we do see a bit of an energy of things sort of eating away at us a little bit, and there is that energy of something that has been taken from us, whether that's just like a general loss or it can even mean theft as well. So we may be looking at some issues in the past there, where we are still sort of sensing a bit of loss, but more so growing through that and trying to work out, find our way through that there. The tree really is quite a strong card when it does come to knowledge and education. So really feel like we are sort of in that mode at the moment where we are looking at doing some shadow work, and taking that time to self-care and reflect upon losses that we have sort of hit in the past there. So, that is a pretty good energy to be looking at because, that self-growth is always something that we do need to sometimes stop and look at in order to get to where we want to be next. So in our past, present, and future there, in the past, we are seeing, that we have sort of been a bit confused about what direction to take in the past energies there. This particular crossroads card in this particular deck really does talk about a bit of confusion about the path, rather than making clear decisions. So the path can talk about, following the right path in life and following the things that we were supposed to be sort of following. But yeah, in this particular deck, you can kind of see the compass there. So it does really give that, and headed off into the mountain as well. And mountains can talk about, obstacles and delays and challenges. So it really can talk about, trying to find the right path for ourselves. And our path has sort of taken a few detours along the way, I kind of feel, with that in the past energy there. I will grab some clarifiers on the crossroad card for us today. So the crossroad for Capricorn past love energy, please. Okay, so yeah, we're seeing sort of here, we've got the clover and the knife have come through. So the knife is half of, in the traditional deck, it is the scythe energy there, which has been cut into two different cards for this particular deck. So we do really talk about sudden breaks, and things that have ended suddenly with the knife there as well. So something in the past probably has ended quite suddenly and sort of felt like it's interrupted that path. so to speak. So you know, we've had to take a quick detour that we weren't sort of prepared for along that path. You know, there was a sudden break in the path that we've kind of feel like it's messed us up just a little bit there. But with the Clover card is quite a, you know, good fortune type card, but it does talk about risks. So, you know, certain gambles or risks we might have taken in the past that haven't quite, you know, well, it's not that they haven't paid off. It's just that they have led to these sort of sudden breaks and cutting things out. So, you know, we've really have had to, you know, we might have taken a few risks there, but the end result has sort of been that things have been cut out in the past there. So with the loss in the mice energy there, we do sort of see that, yeah, we have sort of something that has sort of cut out of our lives quickly, you know, and we might still be feeling a little bit of loss from that there. But with the present energy, we are seeing the stork as well. Okay, so the stork really does talk about new beginnings and things getting stirred up. So it's really feeling like whatever that big you know, cut or change was in the past there, whatever sort of detoured us off our path, it kind of was you know, for the necessity of our path. You know, it was a necessary detour because it has really stirred up some changes and stirred up some new energies sort of headed our way from the feel of that. The stork really does talk about, you know, things in their infancy. So the stage that we're at the moment, we're still sort of focusing on the self-growth, you know, starting brand new things. So you might be seeing some new stuff start heading your way soon. And I feel like that's talking about more than just love as well. There may be multiple areas in our life that we do start seeing some new things sort of starting up, and some changes starting to come on through. So you do find that with you know, when you do that shadow work and that self growth, even if you're focused on the more love aspects of yourself, you know, sometimes that does bring about changes in all aspects of your life there. Now, for the near future energy, we are seeing the bear card. So, even though it's not actually one of the Capricorn cards, I do quite often associate this with Leo, but I also associate this quite a lot with the Capricorn energy as well, because it is, you know, standing in your strength. Standing in your power, you know, can be a little bit defensive and sort of you know, it's like that mama bear energy. Like, you know, will do anything to protect her cubs. Will do anything to protect their own like best interest, their survival, those sorts of things. So it is a little bit of a, you know, Capricorn sitting in their power type energy with the bear there. You know, so seeing in the near future that, yeah, we are still sort of coming through this growth. So at the moment, I feel like we may be a little bit defensive, and just standing firm, you know, strong boundaries and those kinds of things, you know, not sort of wanting to start jumping into taking risks all over again because of how much that's detoured us in the past. You know, quite aware of those sorts of things there with the bear. But I will get some clarity on the bear there, because the bear could also talk about a person coming on in for us there, and you would find that they are going to be like quite a, you know, protective type person if that is actually somebody else. But I do feel as though that's sort of talking more about Capricorn there. Okay, so we're seeing the birds and the lily coming on through with that bear energy as well. So it definitely could be somebody else externally, but I really feel this is sort of more, yeah, because there is an element with the birds of, you know, sometimes it can be a communication card, but with that mouse on the table, I really feel as though once again that is sort of referring to some grief or loss that was in the distance. So we are really moving away from that. You know, the loss does become quite distant when it comes to the birds card if we're talking about a loss. So you know, in the future we're sort of putting that in the past. and we're moving away from that. So that's actually really good. And then the lily really is a career card, especially when it is near the birds there as well. It really can talk about, business opportunities coming on through. And so the bear could act like I said, if it is an external person, that could be sort of like a business type investment, a business person. I do get a little bit of that vibe from that as well. Um, Someone powerful, like a boss type person, like powerful and strong, quite successful, I would imagine too. But then the lily does talk about things in the long term as well. So, whatever these changes we have made with our self growth and those sorts of things in the present, they really are sort of leading us to some sort of long term. More stability with those sorts of things as well. It can also talk about like emotional intimacy as well. So, you may possibly have some more intimate moments coming up in the future, but I'm really feeling that that's sort of more talking about that career aspect rather than an actual person. I feel that it might just be that element of intimacy with yourself. Okay, but what I'll do is I will use the Renas do Fogo deck to ask directly about the next love energy headed your way. So the next love connection heading towards Capricorn, please. Okay, so we are definitely seeing a potential energy or multiple energies headed your way. It's really just sort of saying with the anchor there, it's once again reminding us that, we are letting ourselves get a little bit weighed down in some of this past energy, I feel. The anchor does talk about, staying put. So you probably are in a bit of a thing at the moment where you may not even be sort of looking for a new connection at this time, really wanting to sort of deal with the past and get through anything like that before we move ahead. So there may be a little bit of sort of stuck energy still lingering, but in the background there is definitely, we have the fish there, so that can actually talk about an abundance of choices available to us when it comes to connections there. Many fish in the sea type vibe. It once again is a financial card as well, so maybe Capricorn is something I've been saying quite a lot lately is that, if I don't meet my soulmate, that's fine. Maybe my soulmate is money. So there's probably someone out there that resonates for as well. But because we are seeing, quite a few of the financial cards coming through today. But yeah, that's the masculine energy as well. And so you can sort of see in this deck, it is a very sort of sexualized card and energy attached to that masculine as well. So there definitely is potential out there. Obviously, I don't want to genderize. The masculine can just be talking about somebody with quite dominant features, and back to that bear energy, that standing in their own power and strength. So maybe that's what that's referring to as well. Like I said, doesn't necessarily mean that it is a male. It definitely could be a female, but just presenting with some of the more masculine element as well. But yeah, many fish in the sea, so to speak. So there's definitely options out there. It's just really up to us at the moment to sort of work through whatever it is that is sort of holding us back, and find those opportunities and take them if that's what you want. So really seeing a bit of that energy holding us back a little bit at the moment. So, maybe it's just not quite time. Not saying that it's not coming anytime at all. We're just saying that right now the energy is sort of telling us to focus a little bit more on ourselves and money as well. So, like I said, definitely seeing the money coming through in this particular reading. But I will just grab some oracles for you. So I'll just get some clarity on that bear with the oracle. because I know for some of you that is going to be talking about a specific person. Okay, so we're talking about the camera here, which is, learning from the past, making new memories, reminiscing, keepsakes and perceptions. So it's about, looking at your perception of things and learning from the past as well. So like I said, once again, really in a bit of a learning energy there with the tree. I will grab another oracle just for you in general. Capricorn in general, looking for love options, please. Next available love option to Capricorn, please. Okay, so we do have the sword and the rose there. Okay, so that says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. So once again, we're seeing that power element coming back in through. So the bear and that masculine, and now the sword and the rose as well. So there's definitely that opportunity for somebody to come on through, and you would be looking at quite a sort of powerful, strong, protective energy. So if you have a few interests in mind, and there's someone that rings a bell with, that's probably the next person that we're going to be looking at for you in our next reading, I'm sure. So let me know if that resonates for you guys today, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thank you.